In fact, I'll start it on me. I don't have to switch this around anymore. I'll have to edit this. This is Matt Kendall. I'm just here with my client, John. We've just done our second session. We haven't actually done any IEMT this session because, to be honest, we haven't needed to. We did a session last week. So, hello, John. How are you doing?
I'm very good, yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, the first question, like I said, what issues were you experiencing that you wanted to get help with?
I was drinking like a fish, borderline alcoholic, but a lot of anger that I was internalising, manic behaviour at times, certainly low esteem. But it manifesting itself in drink was
Okay. So you were drinking too much, you had a lot of anger, and just some things you kind of wanted to address. Now, you have done therapy and different kinds of stuff before, and you do meditation on a regular basis as well, but something wasn't quite, something was actually still blocking it. Okay, cool. So let me ask you, you came for IEMT. How did you know about it? What was before you came to see me, how did you hear about me? How did you hear about IEMT?
IEMT was from another friend of mine who suffered a huge trauma when he was young. He's done a few sessions and working through quite a lot of stuff, but massive response. He had a huge shift, and and there was a lot of similarities. It was both about, I think both of us had childhood issues, and what he always says, arrested development, and therefore thrill seeking. But all things that I related to. So that was. But I found out about you through his therapist or somebody that he knows. I'm not really sure how your name came up.
I think I know who it was. I think it was somebody in Liverpool, wasn't it? And they recommended myself to. Okay, so we did a session a week ago today.
Yeah.
What were your expectations of the eye movement, the IEMT therapy, and what was it like to actually have the actual session itself?
I was a little bit nervous about doing it because I'd been thinking that, were my childhood memories clear enough, etc. But you certainly talked me through that, and then we even just focused on the emotions of the things that had happened. The session was simple enough, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was, just some focusing, a little bit of work, which you said to me to remember and to cast your mind back to times. So, I mean, I think when I came in, I was quite low because you're going over, old trauma and bits and pieces. The session itself was kind of very straightforward. You put your hands in somebody because you come and you come to believe that it works. But it was kind of very simple. It made me a little bit lightheaded, and it certainly wasn't straining. It certainly wasn't traumatic.
No.
It was very simple. Yeah, it's the simple word.
No, we worked on quite a few things from your past, but we didn't have to go into any detail. There was there's no discussion. Quite a lot of childhood trauma. So we did the eye movement work. We did the IEMT, and this was a week ago, and it was mainly around the drinking, the anger, and that state of panic and mania that you sort of get into. How has your last week been?
There's been a huge shift. I mean, it's happened the minute that I left here. I said to you, I went for lunch. I had a couple of drinks at lunch, and then that was it. And that normally wouldn't happen. I just have to carry on the rest of the day. I even went out again in the evening and had 2 drinks, or the 3, and then stopped. I've been lighter in myself, just clearer, calmer, and then I didn't have a drink all week, but without the cravings. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I do sobriety a lot, but it's always an effort, so I just didn't feel like doing it. And then last night we went out and celebrated my wife's birthday, and again we had, it was a big night, but it was a meal and. A nice drink, a couple of cocktails afterwards, and then we were going home at 10:30, which just doesn't happen for me. I'm normally doing shots of vodka, sneaking shots of vodka in during my evening, and this and that, completely calm. And I mean, most of all, my wife noticed it. She's absolutely gobsmacked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just, in my heart, my whole life I've never drunk like that. It's never been.
So what's it like being able to have this kind of controlled and enjoyable drinking, as opposed to before you were drinking to get away from problems?
To get high.
Yeah, to get high and to feel good. What's it like now, just knowing that you can drink for enjoyment and being social?
It's. I think it's like being released, but I mean, like I said to you, it's not. IEMT hasn't left me sort of euphoric punch in the air.
No.
But it's suddenly been. I do feel I've been freed from something.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and enabled to take control and to not to go back to old habits and
yeah.
But the thing is, I don't have the urge. I'm not craving that shot of vodka between every drink or every time somebody goes to the toilet. I can run to the bar and get neck a couple of large vodkas, which is exactly how I drank. Or sneaking into every other pub in between going from home to work or vice versa, and that's just.
And thinking about your future now you don't have these urges or also the feelings we worked on, the guilt and the anger. What are those feelings like? Thinking about those feelings.
I haven't noticed them, so
Yeah.
I'm sort of necessarily freed up for it. But I mean, because it's been a week, but I do feel a huge shift. The biggest one, like I say, is with the alcohol, because that's what it manifests.
That's how it manifested, yeah.
Manifests itself, and I haven't noticed any manic behaviour, which was probably the manic was more regular than the anger, but I feel just that much calmer.
So there'll be people watching this because they're researching me, they're researching IEMT. What do you have to say? Because IEMT is still quite a strange new therapy, and you've been through it yourself, and this is our second session. Unless something goes wrong, I don't need to see you again. What do you have to say to those people who are suffering from trauma, suffering from emotional problems, who are considering coming to see me or another IEMT therapist? What do you have to say to them?
You can only speak from personal experience, and I think from what I can see, but I mean, I don't know, but childhood trauma, which was the thing that was deep rooted, it's worked for me. Just as simple as that. I was skeptical, and I spent the last week being skeptical. Has it really? But it just, things seem to have dissolved away, because you're dealing with the underlying issues, which is obviously where it was at. But I think I kind of knew that it was there. But it was only through recommendation from somebody that I'd know and trust that I came and experienced it. And it's definitely a huge shift, but it's a very simple process. And it's not one that you can necessarily understand the physical side of it, but you can feel that.
And we didn't have to pour over all who said what mum said,
No, I did traditional therapy once, and it depressed me. 6 weeks, and it just left me really low, just dragging everything out. It was horrible.
And you've done 2 sessions with me, and how are you leaving today?
Great, really good, really good.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.